My name is Nick Robinson. I am at East Carolina University studying construction management as my major. I decided to choose Hickory Motor Speedway because it's one of the places I've won at before in real life. I used to drive pro late models and super late models. Started driving them when I was 11, and this is one of the places I've won at before, so I figured I'd bring it back to my roots. And NASCAR's got a rich history here, and I have a rich history here, so it kind of coincides and works together. Well, I got into iRacing when I think I was probably 13, 14. You know, obviously at that age, you need as much experience as you can, whether you're on the track in real life or off the track. And the best way to do that was to get on iRacing and run the, at that time, it was the late model stocks on here, and they had South Boston, and I think they had just added Southern National, which is my home track. And I just get on here after school if we weren't working on the race car, and I just log laps and run with friends and just get to know the tracks the best I can. Well, iRacing for me was good for testing and learning all these short tracks that I raced with the super late model. Also would have helped me prepare for the truck series because it's fairly realistic. At the time, it still is the most realistic sim, you know, capable of the short tracks and the NASCAR tracks. So that's why I jumped into it. I jumped into it with a little old G27, and I've been on here for I think 10, 12 years, and you know that's what I ran up until last year, until I purchased the Fanatec. Oh, the best thing I could have improved was my pit entry. I had practiced quite a lot single car, and with the, you know, the 30 plus trucks on there, the draft and speed and tire wear was all different, and I just wasn't ready personally for the amount of wear on the tires I slid through my box. So I had driven from I think like 31st to 7th and thought I had a pretty good chance at, you know, competing for the win, and I had, you know, made a personal mistake that cost me a chance. We still drove back up to 7th, but that's definitely one place where I wish I could have went back and, you know, practiced my pin entry a little bit more, not sliding through the box. Tire saving was a big thing I've learned on iRacing. One big thing that helped me at Charlotte was being able to save the tires throughout the run. Another thing was just understanding the vehicle dynamics, how cross can change throughout a run, understanding those fundamentals and what we want to see in a vehicle throughout a run, not just, you know, at the base and what it starts at. That's something that I've definitely picked up on since being on iRacing. Mentality is huge. Having negative thoughts, sitting in a car, whether it's on iRacing or, you know, in real life, looking at things negatively, you start thinking about bad things, and you put yourself towards the back of the pack by doing that. You make mistakes. Keeping positive thoughts and mentality on literally anything, a positive outlook is what makes you successful in a race car. A big thing is just keeping your head on your shoulders and keeping very cool, very calm, collective. Making reasonable choices in a car can, you know, change the factor of you winning or finishing last. My biggest achievement was running for a team that came and offered me a ride. I think another big thing was you know, winning a race here at Hickory with my family. That's the biggest thing, making my parents proud. You know, coming across that line here and being able to run with my parents, and just as soon as we stopped on the front stretch at the winner's circle, you know, seeing everyone run up here all excited, my grandparents, you know, my mentor, that's the things that, you know, made racing worth it. Oh, well, growing up, my favorite driver was Jeff Gordon. Die-hard Jeff Gordon fan. I loved running against him, or well, watching him. That's someone I would love to learn from in a race car. But looking at the modern era, you know, Kyle Larson can drive anything and everything on that has four wheels and an engine. It'd be an honor to be able to sit in a car just on the same track as him and be able to run against him and learn and watch what he does and how he does it. That'd be a pretty cool scenario to turn out. My next goal for the time being is just to have fun, you know, network who I can with, you know, get to know everyone. May get back into some late model racing here in the next couple of years, depending on how stuff comes with school. But honestly, school is a big priority, and making sure I get straight A's and everything, just like my parents have taught me to do. That's my first goal right now. When that gets done in the next year, that's when I'll start looking into getting back into racing the way I want to, and running back at places like Hickory and Southern National and Orange County and stuff like that. I definitely see potential in iRacers becoming real life drivers. We see it now. Parker Retzloff's in the Xfinity series. You got William Byron, he started on iRacing. You got Ty Majeski. I mean, he's one of the biggest super late model drivers you could ever name, and he gets Xfinity starts and truck starts quite often. So yeah, I definitely think people can come off of the iRacing servers and be successful, especially if they get a background on the building the setups themselves side. It's a huge plus for them, being able to show that they're worth both the driver's seat and beyond that. Yeah, so I mean, we go past the start finish line. As you can see, this is a pretty fast pace. You want to get to the bottom, get a good straight run off the off to the backstretch, hit the chip right before the next corner. Want to get another straight run right here up onto the start finish line, and that completes a lap. It's all about Hickory short track, saving tires, managing your stuff, trying to be there at the end.